Hey, my name's Aaron with Curbside Cycle, and today we're talking about the Multicharger2 from Riese Muller. The Multicharger hails from its previous iteration as the Charger, but in keeping with the multi-use aspect of this bike, you've now got a way to turn it into more of a cargo bike or a passenger bike as well. The Multicharger2 comes in two iterations, one in the mixty style and one standard multi-charger. They are built for city life and for adventures off and on road, really for you and the whole family. Multicharger2 comes with a sizable battery for range, so you can really travel a great distance and really have fun out there on rail trails or on bike paths or just on city streets and really travel far. One of the things that the Multicharger2 does a lot better than the Charger is that it leaves a lot of room for storage. So with cargo front carriers, with passenger safety bar kits in the back, with cargo bags available, you can really load it up and use this as a cargo bike that feels a little bit more like a bike. And for those of you who are feeling like, yeah, I need a cargo bike, but I want the bike to feel still like a bike, and even if I'm not carrying passengers or a ton of groceries or other cargo, I can still ride around on the bike and it can feel like my own personal bike. Let's start at the back. First, you've got an option for the safety bar kit, as we see on this bike here. That comes with a pad along the rear rack, as well as a backrest, and a nice barrier for smaller kids. So this is designed for smaller children, either in a seat that can be attached to the rear rack, plus a kid sitting just on the pad. Can be available for two slightly bigger kids who can hold on to the safety bar, and a smaller adult can also ride in here, although you'd have to climb in there somehow. What would be more useful for a smaller adult or bigger kids would be the passenger kit. This is an option that still has the padding on the rear rack, but features a little handlebar that comes off of the seat. This is awesome for just carting friends around if you need someone who needs a tow, but it's great for bigger kids, and they can feel sort of engaged and having fun on the bike as well. The other option is cargo bags. They are colossally huge bags that you can do easily a week's or more worth of groceries, and you could also load the cargo bags up with either the passenger kit or safety bar kit. It just leaves less room for the legs to go.
One super unique function of the sideboards is that the top flap actually folds over so you can tow along a small wheeled bike so that your passenger also has something to ride when you get to your destination.
For shorter riders, the passenger kit is a little bit more challenging, only because you can't lower the seat quite as much because the handlebars need to sit there. So just keep that in mind when deciding on your configuration. Well, let's shift to the front of the bike, where on this model, we have the cargo front carrier, which is a nice big carrier right at the front that's attached right to the frame, which means that when you're steering the bike, any weight on that front rack isn't going to inhibit your steering or cause any kind of heavy steering. The other two options are a small rack or a small cargo rack with a bag on it, which is nice if you just want to keep things protected and waterproof as well. So with the kids loaded up and the groceries or backpacks on the front rack, let's get into some of the technical aspects of the drive units as well as the Bosch system. The Multicharger2 Mixty and the Multicharger2 Standard Roadster comes with three options for your gearing. One of them is the touring model, which is the external drive with a derailleur and cassette. This is really nice for people who are prepared to do a little bit more maintenance on the bike, or who want to just find a slightly more economical configuration. The other option is the NVOLO hub and Gates drive that you see on this model here. So that means you've got the NVOLO continuous variable hub in the rear wheel combined with the Gates carbon drive. And this is going to be meant for longevity and low maintenance. So you've got gearing that can handle really whatever the city throws at you, and with the aspect of not having to do much maintenance on it, no oil, no kind of fuss with the belt drive. And they're also meant to really last a long time. So with kids clambering on the bike, if you have to, obviously if leaving it outside, that's going to make an impact. If you have to deal with cassette and chain, the belt just can handle all kind of weather. The other option is the roll-off hub. This is a 14-speed, made in Germany, high-end internal gear hub. This will offer such a low gear and such a high gear. It gives an amazing range for the city rides, the rail trails, all of the adventures that you want to take with your bike. This is the way to do it. Also, let's consider some of the shifting aspects of the bike. The roll-off comes with electronic shifting, which will just be a couple buttons on the handlebar. The Enviolo is a twist shift without any clicks between gears, which is really nice. And then the touring model with the external drive will be kind of the standard shifter that you'd expect to see on any kind of hybrid bike or mountain bike. One aspect of carrying a ton of cargo on your bike, kids, groceries, you name it, is that you want something really stable to hold up the bike. So Riese Muller, in their thoughtful consideration, has loaded the bike up with a double kickstand, super wide, so you've got a lot of stability, and so if kids are pulling on the bike, it's not going to go anywhere. Like all the other Riese Muller bikes, Bosch is the chosen drive unit and battery and display systems that they work with, and they just do an amazing job. The Multicharger2 uses the Bosch Performance Line CX motor here, so you've got 85 Newton meters of torque to handle all of the weight that you might be carrying, as well as any hills en route, just really to help with that extra power to get up those hills. It also features a 750 watt-hour battery, so your range is enormous. You'll be able to really have the reassurance that you can be out far from home and still have enough juice to get back. And one of the aspects actually of these newer Bosch systems as well is you will still be able to pedal, and it's going to feel like a regular bike, just maybe a little bit heavier, obviously. The Multicharger2 and Multicharger2 Mixed-E also are set up now with the smart system from Bosch. So this features the Intuvia 100 display or the Kiox 300 display with your controller on the left hand. The Intuvia is going to give you some more basic details on regular odometer, speed, range, that kind of thing. Whereas the Kiox is going to give you a bit more connectivity. You can link a heart rate monitor, you can set up navigation, you can do a whole bunch more with the Kiox system. The Bosch battery is loaded into the down tube of the Multicharger2, so it's nice and contained, free from getting splatter on it, with a nice cover over the underside. And it's accessible by the key from this side of the bike that will then open up the cover. Obviously, it's important that you just turn the wheel to get full access to the battery. The bike can be charged with the battery out, with just bringing the battery in with you, or you can also use the little port that's in the bottom of the bike here. The Multicharger2 is also equipped with high-powered supernova lighting, so you've got a front light equipped with a high beam, as well as a rear light that will have a sensor to show cars or traffic behind that you are braking. Really great for those darker nights as you get into the fall and winter months, and as well just for general safety during the day. Always good to have lights on your bike and just keep them on. One of the things that Riese Muller really has great consideration for is the stability of a bike and the feel of the ride. It's important that you have fun on the bike, but it's also important that the bike is able to handle the roads and the rail trails, and wherever you're going on the bike, it needs to be able to manage the kind of weight that you're putting on, especially with a cargo bike. So the Multicharger2 has air suspension up front that is adjustable for dampening. You can switch it to a firmer or softer level, but it is a high quality front fork, which allows for more stability over rougher terrain and is fully adjustable to the weight of the rider or even the weight of cargo if you are carting a lot of cargo all the time. And as with any Riese Muller, they are equipped with high-powered hydraulic Nagura brakes. This is to handle, once again, any kind of added weight, added cargo, and make sure that the bike's going to be able to stop in any climate, no matter what. You'll be able to stop the bike with all 4 fingers on the brake lever or just one. It is an equal amount of power and gives you way more reassurance on the bike so that you will be able to stop with ease. The Multicharger2 comes with a 26-inch wheel. This is a bit different from the Charger because the Charger is set up with a 27.5 wheel. 27.5 wheels are way more common now on mountain bikes and certainly gonna allow, more versatility in where you can ride. 26 is an older but still often used wheel size, but what it does do is it kind of creates a bit more stability for the bike. It also features a 2.4-inch wide tire, which means that once again, you've got more stability over rougher terrain, potholes, streetcar tracks, whatever the city has to throw at you, but also lowers the whole bike a little bit too, so that when you're on road and with precious cargo on board, you've got a bit more stability to roll through the city. Like with any Riese Muller, it's important that contact points on the bike are addressed. So most of their bikes, and same with the Multicharger2, they are set up with ergon grips and a Cell Royal saddle. A lot of bikes these days use just a standard narrow grip, and oftentimes this can cause numbness in your hand as it pinches some nerves in your palm. And ergon strives to make a grip that widens the grip of your hand so it's in a much more natural position and means that you've got more control of your bike and you're not feeling like you're in pain while riding. That would be bad. There's an option for riders who are going to be taking a more all-terrain approach to riding their Multicharger. That is the GX package. So that's really just going to feature knobbly tires and allow for way more traction on rougher terrain, on gravel, and on rail trails. The bike that we have here is set up with the more city-focused Supermoto X tires. These are also featuring a puncture resistance level that is nicer for city riding, but a good roll to the tire versus the GX package, which obviously is just going to put more tire on the ground, but allow for way more traction. The Riese Muller Multicharger2 is a classic mid-tail cargo bike. In a really busy market for this style of cargo bike, Riese Muller really does step it above the rest with its quality Bosch systems, its considerate touches like a double extra wide kickstand, its easy access battery, and its thoughtful cargo options. With all the other bikes that are out there in this mid-tail category, the Multicharger really steps it up. You've got a bike that feels awesome to ride, fun for the kids, and just able to take on all of that cargo capability that you need while still being super fun to ride. Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope it was helpful in helping you decide which Riese Muller is right for you. If you liked this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on cargo, folding, and city bikes with Curbside Cycle. And make sure to get in touch with us as well. You can come visit us in store at 412 Bloor Street West in Toronto, or shoot us an email and we'll happily help you out.